Hi, everybody. How are you tonight? Hopefully, we've got some folks on live. I want to thank you all for taking some time out of your evening to join us if you are joining us live. You can write little comments down below and thumbs up things that you like or questions you have as I go. But I know this is an awesome time of year. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you all had a great time with friends and family, and you maybe overindulge just a little bit. If you're like me, you had a few extra sweets or drinks or things like that. So time for a new year, new us, right? Because I don't know about you, but yeah, I maybe consumed a few things that I don't typically eat. But I want to just thank you all for coming on live. And I've kind of got some notes that I'll be referring to kind of off to my right. So if you think I'm looking off in space, that's what I'm doing. But this is a great time to think about the new year and what you want to start for yourself and what you want to begin. And so I thank you all for just joining us. My name, those of you that don't know me, my name is Alysha Findley. I'm an Arbonne consultant with Arbonne International. I'm an area manager, and I live in Lincoln, Nebraska with my 3 kiddos, an awesome husband, and we had a great time over break. And my background is in yoga and education. I was an elementary teacher, but I also have been practicing yoga for the last, over 10 years, but teaching for almost the last 10 years. So I have a real passion for health from the inside out. And so tonight, what I want to be able to share with all of you is a little bit about Arbonne's Healthy Living program, 30 Days to Clean Eating. So we're going to talk about what is clean eating, why should we do it, who should do it, what does it entail, is it even necessary, and what that all looks like. So if you have questions as you get going, just start posting, and I have other consultants that are on live with me. So if I don't answer your question, you might get a random answer from somebody you don't even know that is giving you the answer. So that's great news. So for the next few minutes, this is what we're going to cover. And so the first thing is just talking a little bit about who would benefit from doing a clean eating. And the answer is really anybody. A lot of times we think about clean eating is maybe just if I need to lose weight. But I'm going to tell you what, everybody, there are more diseases and things from heart disease and the way that we eat than from anything else. And so if we can learn how to clean up our diet, regardless of whether we need to lose weight or not, it can have a massive impact on the way that how we think and how we feel, and the energy that we have on a regular everyday basis. So anybody can do this program, and who it's ideal for is, if people are having trouble sleeping, and I did do a post on the group, if you're on the group page, of like who should detox. If you have skin disorders, if you have IBS, if you have irritable bowel, if you are low on energy, you don't sleep well, you have headaches. I mean, like the list is like this long. So any of those things apply and can help if you have chronic pain. Cleaning up our diet will make a massive difference. And the thing that I find so interesting is that people don't even know how good they should feel, or the other side, people don't even know how bad they feel because that's their normal. And so learning a little bit more about clean eating and why to do it is super important. So I'm just going to go over what is clean eating. And so clean eating, first and foremost, is, again, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So clean eating is eating whole foods, whole plant-based foods. So this means things that are grown from the ground. It means not eating processed foods, things that have artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners. I was at a party the other night for New Year's, and there were red and green tortilla chips. And I'm pretty sure there were some artificial colors in there to make them red and green. Tortilla chips should not be green and red. I maybe only took 2 because I couldn't handle the fact that they were green and red. But anyway, organic. Whenever possible, you're eating organic, things that are free of pesticides and herbicides. Things that are non-GMO, things that have been not genetically modified, is eating clean. And this is something that really took off in the 1990s, to genetically modify things to, increase the rate that people could make it and all of those things. So eating things that literally say non-GMO on the packaging, on the label. People that eat meat, and even in clean eating, you can eat meat, but you're doing it from things that are free range, cage-free, grass-fed, okay? So that, in the most simplest form, is what clean eating is. And when we eat things that don't follow these, because a lot of people will ask me, well, do I really have to do a cleanse? Do I have to do a clean eating? Why doesn't my body just naturally detoxify on its own? And the answer to that is, if we ate a whole foods plant-based diet, yes, it absolutely would. But we don't. We have things, sometimes we have to take antibiotics, or we eat things that do have GMOs in them, or they're processed and things like that. And our body literally does not know how to release some of those things. So just like you clean the oil on your car, or you clean the lint out of your dryer, it is good to literally clear out and give our organs a break and flush things out. It helps your body assimilate, it helps it digest better, and just creates better elimination for us in general. So I've often heard people say, physicians and naturopaths, that we are not what we eat, but we are what we absorb. And this is a critical component to our food, and when you think about food, because we want to be able to absorb the food that we eat. And when things are processed, we can't always absorb those sorts of things. And so basically our body becomes accustomed to the foods that we eat, and it starts to go under and have a lot of pressure inside of it, in the sense that it's not able to release some of the toxins that we take in. And so by doing a clean eating program, by doing a detox, it really helps the body to become more efficient and maximize all of the energy that we didn't know was just like laying around inside of our body. And our organs are like, thank God that we did something to help them out. So as I said, you can look at that page. There's a sheet that I put, and I posted it on the little Facebook page, that just kind of goes over again what is clean eating. So you can kind of reference that. So back in 2011, Arbonne introduced a clean eating program, which is so brilliant, because just like yoga, I talk about with my students, health from the inside out, or kind of an approach to life of focusing on the inside before the outside. That's exactly what this clean eating program does. It focuses on the inside, and moving from the inside out. And it's not a diet. It is really focusing on a lifestyle for people. So clean eating, it's focusing on the whole foods. That's the first thing that it focuses on. It's also avoiding inflammatory foods, foods that have create a lot of inflammation in the body and just have triggers for the body, like gluten, dairy, sugar, caffeine, soy. What am I missing? High allergen sorts of foods. Focusing on the foods when you do eat that will get absorbed well. So although we're not all going to drink our meals, when you do drink a meal from time to time, like doing a protein shake, especially a vegan source protein shake, it makes it very easy for your body to digest. And it's also very absorbable for your body. So it gets all those nutrients right away, which is really important. A clean diet also helps focus on elimination. So for your organs, your main detoxifying organs are your skin, your liver, your lungs, and your kidneys. So to be supporting our kidneys, we should be drinking about half of our body weight in water every single day. So, you weigh 150 pounds, so 75 in water on a daily basis. So thinking about that for yourself. As far as your lungs, going to yoga would be really helpful, because taking about 100 deep breaths a day is very optimal for just supporting your lung capacity. We typically use about 30% of our lungs on a daily basis. And when we're breathing really shallow, we are not able to, it keeps us more in the stress response. When you breathe deeply, it gets you more relaxed. It's where your creativity is and all of that. So thinking about whenever you can, just take those deep breaths. Yeah, somebody like that got a heart on that one. Okay, good. Kidneys, let's see, what else? Probiotic. Probiotic is super important to support your liver and your GI tract. So about 60 to 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. So supporting your liver is very important to your health. And then your skin. Your skin is your largest detoxifying organ, and we don't really think about what we put on it every single day. On average, women use, I heard a study that was about 12 products a day, and of those 12 products, we're using about 120 chemicals. So finding products that do not have toxic ingredients in them is really critical also for our health. We always think about the inside, but it is the outside too. It all goes together. And I always tell people, you don't need to use products to eat clean. You can follow guidelines and eat a great diet, doing a whole food diet. But I will say that most people, when I talk to them, they're like, I'm so busy. I don't have any time. I don't have time to eat clean. And you're like, we have one body, everybody. We have one body. And I always tell people it literally is a temple. I mean, as we age, this is going to keep changing no matter what. So I have to be able to take care of it because I only have this one body, and being able to make sure that I'm taking care of it to the best of my ability is going to be critical for the longevity of my own health and well-being. So no, people don't have to use product, but people do like easy buttons. And so this is where Arbonne's 30-day program comes in. Like I said, it is not a diet, it's a lifestyle. So the first thing, our products, what I feel like makes them different is that they are all vegan certified products. They're gluten-free. There is no dairy, there's no soy, there's no artificial flavors in there or sweeteners, and they're non-GMO. So this is a great thing to make sure that we're not having anything in any of our products that are going to create more inflammatory responses in the body. The first thing we have in there is a protein powder, one of my favorite things. It's a vegan protein powder. It's easy to digest and to assimilate. It's loaded with amino acids and different vitamins, and it definitely supports your adrenal glands and your blood sugar, which is really important. Next is fiber. A fiber supplement is really helpful. Kind of think of this as your body's way of acting as a sponge to kind of pull out the toxins. And it's pretty amazing that our body does this. Like, it will try to pull out all the toxins that we do. And so having a proper amount of fiber in your diet is really important. It can pull it into the stool so it actually gets eliminated out of the body. A probiotic, we talked a little bit about that earlier. 60 to 70%, again, of your immune system is in your gut. So it's important for digestion, for absorption, for elimination, and for your immune support. I mean, this is like the one thing any naturopath or holistic or dietitians are like big on the probiotics, really important. And then the fizz sticks, probably one of my favorite things, kind of with me at all times, for people that are not sure how they're going to go without their coffee. How am I going to not have my Diet Coke or whatever their thing is? This is for the fizz stick, and that's what replacing your coffee or your sodas that you're going to be having, those 12 a day. Maybe don't have 12 a day of fizz sticks, but 3 or 4 is totally okay. I know some people may have more. They're never out of shortage, but these have lots of B vitamins and green tea extract, which is helpful for your kidneys. It also has something called rhodiola, which is a natural herb. And this actually is an adaptogen that helps reduce and lower stress levels, which I know none of you have stress, so you're good there. But if you did, this would be helpful for that. We have an awesome detox tea. It's very gentle. You can drink it 1 to 3 times a day. It's helping your liver and your kidneys and just gently eliminating with removing toxicity. And then the cleanse, the infamous cleanse. I don't know about any of you, but when I hear the word cleanse, I think about knowing where the nearest bathroom is, and I think about how often I'm going to be on it, and maybe I shouldn't go to work that week. This is not that cleanse, okay? This cleanse is very gentle. We do it the 3rd week of our 30-day program, and you're literally just drinking. I kind of pee a lot, but other than that, it's not what you think it to be. You're continuing to eat real whole foods, and you're just adding that in as a part of it and drinking it for 7 days, okay? Really important for your overall health. So that's a little bit about what's in it. And I know some people actually started the 30-day today was their first day, but we're starting another group January 9th, if any of you would be interested. So what the group entails is we add you, kind of like we did tonight, to a private Facebook group. It's not this one, where you have access to all these recipes for the whole month, for 30 days, that are delicious. The first time I did it, I've done this about 3 times now. I was making all these recipes and my husband was like, where are these recipes from? Is this Blue Apron or Plated? We get some of those like delivery ones. I'm like, no, these are Arbonne. So they were so simple because to me, I have 3 kids. They're almost 6, 7, and 9. I do not have time for complicated recipes. They're so simple. They're so good. And it just is fun. So the Facebook group is a way we add you to that. You have access to all the recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Gives you all the shopping lists, so you literally can take that with you to the grocery store. It couldn't get any easier. And that's what we do. If you have questions, you can post questions to the whole group. So you have this great community support. You're not alone. Everybody has somebody has something that everybody else is going through. I mean, you're never alone. So you can post questions there. You can post questions to the person that shared the program with you. That's your personal coach. And that's what makes it, I think, one of the best programs, is we just have all this support for each other. I have had amazing results doing it. For the first time, my skin, I would say, is probably the biggest thing that I have noticed. And for me, it was dairy. You know, it was taking out the milk. And I'm telling you, I was like, I could probably drink a gallon of milk a week by myself. Like, that's what we're talking about here. Kim Matley, I teach yoga at Lotus House of Yoga in Lincoln, Nebraska. That's the first time I read a question. So if I missed anybody else's questions, I will kind of go back. Where was I? Okay, let's see. I've done it 3 times, and the skin for me was huge. I've just always struggled with my skin, and taking out that dairy was really key. Now, I'm not going to tell you I'm perfect all the time now, but what I will say this program does for me is, like, now when I go, instead of for the bag of chips, I maybe, like, oftentimes will have brown rice crackers with, like, almond butter on them. I find new ways to snack, and that's what the program teaches you, is just kind of like how to rework things. I know that when I have sugar, I get, like, kind of jittery. It doesn't feel great. I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't like the way I feel. And I think that's what this does, is it empowers you to know what foods are triggers for you, and what foods does your body do really well. I mean, I hear people that have chronic pain for literally years that it goes away, everybody. I mean, like, it goes away. They just didn't even know how good they could feel on this, and the energy that they could have, and how much clearer they think. I mean, there are so many things you wouldn't even be related, you'd think would be related to food. You think it would be something else, and it comes down a lot to what we eat. So if you would like to join us for this 30-day program, connect with the person that invited you on here. We have an amazing blockbuster right now that Arbonne is doing. I'll post everything that comes in it, but it's kind of just a quick refresher. It's 2 bags of protein and 2 boxes of fizz and probiotic, fiber, 2 boxes of tea. And right now they're doing a thermo booster. So if you are focused on weight loss, that's helpful for that. And a healthy living guide, and it's free shipping. So, and if you're new and you've never used any Arbonne, you get a free product on top of it all. So it's a great, great time to do that. And we're running that through the 15th. So get together with the person that invited you. You can also copy this link and share it with anybody that you think would find it helpful, or you can add them to this group and just tag them. And if you refer someone, there'll be a special treat for you. We love to gift people for referrals. So tag someone else that you think would like to know this information and just decide for themselves, and we'll give you a little treat for referring them. So contact me if you have any questions. You can find me on Facebook as well, but otherwise get together with the person that invited you, and I'll kind of breeze through, see if there's any questions. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, Molly Dairy. Okay. Anybody have any questions before we log off? Otherwise, I'll give you just a second. Yes, Arbonne, that's what we always say. Arbonne are the easy buttons. You don't have to have them to eat clean, but they definitely make life a lot easier, and it just makes your body work and function so much more optimally. Okay, everybody. Well, I thank you all. No, okay, we're good. Okay. Thanks, Amy Leonard. Thank you all for joining me tonight, for taking time out of your busy schedules and lives. And what's your favorite protein bar recipe? My favorite protein bar recipe, I like to actually mix the vanilla and the chocolate protein powder, and I put some almond butter and honey, or whatever people's brown rice syrup, and I like some slivered almonds in there, a dash of cinnamon, and some gluten-free Rice Krispies. That's my absolute favorite. I kind of made it up. It's like a hodgepodge. Okay, everybody. Thank you. Have a great night. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, see you all again soon.